One Charlie 1.
1 Charlie 1.
Checking the bus on the 1070 east of Broadway. David sector.
Alright, what's up, BJ? So we're on the scene here, by the way, regarding a possible COVID-19 patient. FDNY EMS on the scene. They geared up in their PPE, which is their personal protective equipment.
West South Street. Think you got a group of about 4 to 5 homeless male sleeping in front of location.
And FDNY EMS went upstairs. I do believe they're EMTs, though. They geared up in their what I call partial PPE because they did not wear any of. They didn't wear any. There's no PPE pants for them. I have no idea why. Just the top gown, a mask, and goggles. But you know, the reality is for EMS, you've got folks who are, they have a cough and fever, and they're calling the ambulance. When in reality, one should only call the ambulance if, let's say you have difficulty breathing, you have maybe chest pain, serious symptoms that require an ambulance. But, and again, that's not, it's not the case usually. Yeah, like I said, it's not the case usually because all someone needs to say is, yes, I want to go to the hospital, and the ambulance will take you there in New York City. Not sure if it's a New York State thing, but I forget which. I think it's a country. Maybe I think it's Australia. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. But certain countries or certain cities or states, an ambulance can tell you that you do not require ambulance transport, and they can deny you that ride to the hospital. Some places are like that. Yeah, that's why, most EMTs and paramedics are well aware of, why would you want to deny somebody ambulance transport? The only thing I've seen where it is kind of close to denying someone transport. Give an example. I think it was like a homeless guy. He seemed totally fine. So he's approaching an EMS crew on their break. I think they were at a fast food restaurant or whatever. is, hey, yo, man, I think I got chest pain, man. You can take me to the hospital, man. But, you know, dude looked totally fine to me. But then they said, you know, I think, I forget what they said, but they said something about, you know, oh, ambulance isn't running, or, you know, we're off shift, something like that. But I think what they were supposed to do is just take him, but. Another positive I've heard from, you know, some, like when I first got into EMS, I was surprised at how much of the calls were non-emergency calls. You know, you call 911 and you're not critical. And I was surprised how many.
Show me 75 David, Orchard Street from Canal all the way to Delancey.
I was surprised at the number of non-critical victims, patients. And then, you know what? The EMTs told me that been doing this a while. Said that, hey, you know what? You got to think of it as also job security, which I didn't consider. And if you think about it, if, let's say, 75% of the calls were critical, crazy calls, actually that's kind of how it is now, with a lot of CPR being done due to Corona. But, you know, just think about it. If a lot of calls for EMS were all critical, that would be really exhausting. That would be really exhausting. So, you know, how I saw it was, oh yeah, this is just a sick call. You know, they always have high blood pressure or whatever. That would be considered an easy job. And, you know, of course, when you first get into EMS, you just want all the action, you know, so. PSA 4 RMP. Mel, that's pretty crazy. What city are you in, by the way, out of curiosity? So I'm not sure what's taking them so long. It might be someone who's in bad shape. We really don't know what the circumstances here are.
Number 1, Central. That's how you showing me.
What? There's another direction. Try to put you off. 1 second.
PSA 4 RMP. Yeah, so usually they get on the scene. They're going to do their assessment. They're going to do the vital signs. And here's another thing. I'm not even sure that ambulances carry thermometers. Don't know if that has changed or not, considering the coronavirus and such.
Zero 5 3 0 5 6.
Find 115, I'll go for 1031 12th Street, 37 Avenue. Now route at 9 point.
On COVID calls, do they get a supervisor involved in New York for EMTs? Well, you don't see a supervisor here. So, I mean, no one really... I don't believe they label the job as a COVID-19 call. However, if someone says they have fever and cough, or fever and or cough, whatever it is, they may even ask them if they travel out of the country or stuff like that. But you're gonna, they're gonna put their PPE on for any fever or cough. Also, they're also gonna put their PPE on for any CPR job, anyone in cardiac arrest, because there's been an uptick in cardiac arrests during the COVID-19. During the COVID-19 pandemic, causing more folks to go into cardiac arrest and receiving CPR. So. PP for heart attacks. I suppose you could call it a heart attack. It's under the cardiac category. But yeah, apparently coronavirus can cause cardiac arrest if they're treating all cardiac arrests as suspected COVID-19 patients. These days, PP for just about everything. Not everything, but Well, here's another thing. For folks who die in violent crime, fatal shootings, fatal stabbings, I've had a lot of our followers make comments like, "Oh yeah, he got shot. He got shot but died of coronavirus." I'm not sure I understand that, because clearly someone will have died from, I don't think they even got a transport, because they came out without a patient. Unless they're ambulatory now. Let's get out of here. So, all that for nothing. Oh well. Now I'm seeing more emergency lights in the distance. Not sure if that's an ambulance or a police car or what. I don't know if you guys see that. I want to say it appears to be an ambulance, but that police car is just chilling on the side there. I don't know. I think it's a possible medical or trauma. Maybe I'll listen to Division, but not with my portable. I'm just gonna go back in my car. I could have swore EMS was gonna transport somebody, but it looks like they transported nobody. Then again, you know, could have been a situation where you know, yeah, you don't need to go to the hospital. You know, your fever isn't that high. You don't have difficulty breathing. It's up to you if you want to go to the hospital. We may or may not advise you to go to. It may not be advisable for you to go to the hospital if you're not having difficulty breathing or are in bad shape, and you may not want to go to the hospital because there's a lot of sick folks at the hospital, and it's overrun. The hospital's over. The emergency rooms are overrun. You're going to be waiting there. But they may say, you know, it's safest for you to get checked out. It's really up to them, which it is. It is up to the patient what they want to do. When I was sick with corona-like symptoms, it was more like a presumptive corona that I had. You know, I went to the urgent care and they said, you know, we do not do COVID-19 testing. Actually, they do, but I wasn't eligible because I didn't have difficulty breathing. So, how do I get out of here? Oh yeah, Chris, I'd definitely say crime is up. Crime is up. See, that's the area I live. I asked you to info a scanner, always something going on. What, you're saying you live around here? What is this, Lower Manhattan? Well, you got shot in contract COVID at a hospital and you died from respiratory failure due to virus that qualifies as COVID. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. That makes sense because some of our followers don't explain why they're saying the things that they're saying. So, when you explained it, that makes sense. You know, that makes sense. Clinton Street.
Service truck 8.
Truck 8.
I think I know where to go. I think I know where to go. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, they should not be releasing the prisoners like, you know. And who knows, maybe that's why, you see, post office truck runs red lights like a boss. Well, I guess it was almost green and then he decided to run it.
2nd Avenue for a washdown.
Washdown.
Manhattan 57 signal box.
Oh, okay, I know what the washdowns were.
1 Street to 2 Avenue for a washdown.
They are about to wash, FDNY has just been requested to wash down the mess from the individual who jumped off the building in Harlem, in, sorry, Upper East Side.
Manhattan engine 22. Manhattan ladder 13. Ladder 13. Ladder 13, it's possible shots fired. 13 10-4. Manhattan engine 22.
I don't know why FDNY is freaking out about
Engine 22.
possible shots fired.
Possible shots fired.
Because this washdown is actually for a fatal jumper down that happened
Engine 22.
quite some time ago. Because, you know, the original 911 call, they weren't sure if the guy was shot dead or if he fell. But
caution, this is possibly shots fired at the location. 10-4.
unless, of course,
0534
they're
hours,
going to wash
14.
down that shooting, you know, where that man got shot. That was a different job. That was a different,
Ladder 13.
not too far from that jumper, though.
1128. Do we have PD on the scene? PD in the record.
Emergency service, truck 6.
And that's 0535 dispatch 433.
CPR being given a 623724. Sorry, 2340 Coffee Avenue, Bay 34 Street to Bay 35 Street. That's the location. I'll confirm 6237.
All right, they're getting CPR in Brooklyn, Bensonhurst, I believe. As the price of gas has been cheaper, I can't really say. I mean, I'm not too familiar with it. I don't notice things like that for some reason.
2039 EMS unit 01 Romeo advises 1037 code 1 with 10-8 10-4 and now 0536 hours dispatcher 433 class 3 on assigned for block 4032
Under $1, that sounds great.
Parkway. That's off the Lafayette Avenue for a valve one. Dispatcher 150. Right now is 0537. What details do you have?
That is a black, tall, face wearing a hoodie, going eastbound, stole his cell phone from the quarter
I think gas might be like $1.85 a gallon. I'm not sure though.
So, if
No policy Dunkin' Donuts was robbed 15 minutes ago. I know weapons and no injuries. Senpai, what's your plan? That's a fucker. 10-4. 7 Lieutenant Red.
475 is going to be an abandoned vehicle for the ballpark or exit 15 eastbound.
What's up, Mobit? 773. What's up, Brooke Stevens? Just chilling in NYC. I took the wrong route. I'm just trying to get on the bridge over here. I should have took Bowery. Yeah, I think I'm done. I just hate the feeling sometimes. I should have stayed home after the job around midnight. And although I think the cannibal story was something, I am not sure if it made television. It could be possible it was because it was a domestic homicide. For some reason, domestic incidents are less newsworthy. However, if you're dealing with like a murder-suicide, that's pretty crazy. Especially, I think it was husband killed 2 kids and the wife, right? Because the wife was actually Swiss or Swedish or whatever she was. And we even sold the video to
between West 47th Street and West 4 Street for fire in a basement. And that's phone line 833, the address 68910 Avenue between West 47th Street and West 4 Street for fire in a basement. Time now is 0541 hours, 433.
all the way in Midtown. Well, the issue here is that if it was a confirmed fire with victims, then yeah, I'm gonna have to go up there. But so far, I mean, you know, we're gonna listen.
Did you ever find it for the shop symbol again? For M52? 155.
We are right there. Pump it up. Pump what up? Pump it up. Now I'm thinking of the You Got Served song or whatever it is. Pump it up. How you doing, Jessica?
What do you arrest? Bobby, Frank, Bobby, Sam, Bobby. Does that need a reason?
17 Avenue.
17 Ave.
75 directed, 550.
How far is that fire? Well, I'm in Lower Manhattan, and the fire's in Midtown. Midtown West. And I shouldn't even say fire. I should say possible fire. I should say unconfirmed fire. But I'm not moving until I hear either a confirmation or...
C19. 833-102, rest fast right now. Looks like we got some rubbish in the basement of a deli on the first floor of 5-story MDK.
Forget about it. Rubbish. They got rubbish. Oh, don't mind me. We just got some rubbish in the basement. Do you know what I mean, mate? Do you know what I mean? Just some rubbish. Some bloody rubbish.
3472, 1099 CPR progress.
Whoa, somebody's getting CPR in Brooklyn. I think that's the Benziner's job in the 6-2. Yeah, can job, right? Start breaking the news. I'm leaving today. Did y'all hear that when did you guys see that police car playing Sinatra? It was such a short clip though. It was such a short clip. It wasn't nothing too crazy. But where am I going here? Let's go here. Let's go local. I mean local. Let's go local. Give me a second, guys. And hopefully when I come back, the screen does not turn black, because that would suck. If it does, we may even switch to Instagram. Give me a second, folks. I hope y'all ain't seeing a black screen right now. How you doing, Ashley? Good morning. All right, that's great news. That's great news. I have to go over my least favorite road right now. Full of potholes. You know, the Escalade coupe or sedan, I'm not sure which one that is. Kind of looks like a little Batmobile-ish, I gotta say.
We got nothing going on here. 7 response to we got 15014.
Check the size on the deputy's photo HSBC Bank, 777 3rd Avenue, 777.
You're saying shortness of breath? What's your respiratory rate, Ashley? This is southbound on Flatbush in Brooklyn. You know, I'm just only going to listen to Brooklyn. And only Brooklyn Fire. And only Brooklyn divisions. Because I'm not interested in anywhere else right now.
Charlie 1. Yes, 17 Charlie 1. Can you take that open line for me? 1010 of an open line, 202 Maple Street, so to the plate. Thank you.
Ouch.
Market 91. Show me down.
You know, I miss riding bicycles. Hey, when it gets warm, you know?
31, 10 what?
MDR.
Cover some Hasidic activity. Today's still not the Passover, right? I don't think it. I think Passover's ended. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the Jewish holidays. Oh, what I do know is that on Purim, it's like their Halloween. So they dress up in costumes and such.
The truck just exits, going west now.
Trailer causing some kind of dangerous condition. His rear of the trailer is open or something like that. Tractor trailer with the back open. All right, well, I'm glad I caught some Passover action. Actually, the morning of, around 10 a.m., I was told there were going to be some activity at the synagogues, but, you know, that's pretty much my bedtime, so not going to go out at 10 a.m. when I already caught some folks at the synagogues the night before. So Richard, feel free to DM me. I could use more informants. You would be my CI, which I assume stands for confidential informant.
2324 Pitkin Avenue between Jerome Street and Warwick Street on SEO detector. 57 Brooklyn Bus 1766. 2324 Pitkin Avenue between Jerome Street and Warwick Street on SEO detector. 554 dispatcher 2. Housing boy.
They are slick. If you saw our video, you saw some of them coming out from the main entrance, though. So maybe it depends on the synagogue and what they want to do, I guess. Brisk and breezy. It's gonna be a chilly day with a chance of showers, I think it is. As per ABC 7.
How's it, boy?
Yeah, Mel, I'm not sure if you mentioned that previously, but I do agree. A lot of road needs fixed.
6-7 Adam.
Charlie there, Roger,
Actually, you said you got a humidifier. Yeah, that's good. I also liked taking showers when I had a fever because, brings down the fever if you have a fever. Not sure if you do.
Up after 1037 code 1 will relieve EMS condition 4.
That's why you say it, or you take it?
It'll take some time to be done.
That's 4557 dispatcher. Confirm DOA natural causes.
Each location is different. They use a storefront with the windows covered brown paper opening the back door. This was in Woodmere, though. Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy. Now, where is Woodmere? I want to say Queens, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, if your pulse is 60, that's fine. But my question was your respiratory rate. Getting a respiratory rate is pretty easy. You just look at the clock or a countdown timer for 60 seconds. And what you're gonna do is, just, I don't know if you can do it yourself, because you counting your own breaths might make you change those breaths. But if you're truly having difficulty breathing, your respiratory rate may be higher than usual. So pretty much, yeah, you look at the clock, let 60 seconds go by, and
route to Howard. Medical says the neighbors upstairs are fighting, unknown weapons, unknown.
Alright, some folks fighting in Bushwick. Anyway, you count, how many breaths you take in a minute, and that's your respiratory rate. When you inhale and exhale, that counts as one breath. The average rate of the respiratory rate being anywhere from 16 to 18.
Question 63 on station house.
Brooke, is that your respiratory rate?
37 code 1 at box 4140. You're released by 58 Frank. Yes.
Let's go one to start 69. 72 Adam, 10 final numbers.
601 radio station WIS 581.
Well, I guess I was right about the Woodmere location. Does Ashley have asthma? Because that sounds like stuff for asthma. I mean, folks with asthma.
Response 1. Yeah, check about that 1011. So commercial break at 5601 First Avenue. 5601 First Avenue, between 56 and 57th Street.
Say hello to the 7-2. 7-2 Precinct K.
Three,
1766, 1092, we got nothing going on here. Austin 175 are going to be 10-8.
Well, so 3 dispatcher tonight.
All right, folks. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload these videos in, high definition. A few jobs: the cannibal job, the pursuit in Bay Ridge, Bensonhurst. I mean Diker Heights, Bensonhurst.
61 Street to 71 Street.
The shooting that we went to. The a fatal jumper down that we went to. I think that's just the 4, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then I'm gonna go home. And I don't know, we may or may not have premieres. I've been noticing sometimes the premieres have not been as interactive. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just, publish the video, So I may or may not be doing that. I wonder if this McDonald's is open. going. I'm also gonna watch the 6 o'clock news because it just aired right now. So see if any footage is on there. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see y'all at the next job. Oh, Richard, you're a nurse and paramedic. That's pretty cool. What is your respiratory rate? Actually, I don't see it. I don't see any RR. Take care, folks.